We're not getting the Christmas DLC we all wanted, but for those who are still enjoying the game, maybe you just got Red Dead Redemption 2 with the 50% off sale and it's your first time playing Red Dead Online, we can earn a lot more cash over the next couple of weeks than what we've been able to do for a very long time. So in this video, I'll be sharing the money grind you should be doing over Christmas. Before I do get into the video, if you are enjoying the content here and want to see a bit more from me, then make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. Every single week we are uploading the latest news and the latest tutorials around Red Dead Online so that you can have the best possible experience. So if you do want to stay up to date with everything, then make sure you are following the channel. Getting back into the video, for long-term players, you probably don't need this money and it's likely you already know what to do, but for those starting for the first time, or maybe you do just want to take advantage of the extra cash as we do have quite a few different bonuses, then this is the best way to do it. On the 7th of December, Rockstar announced that there will be multiple bonuses going across multiple different roles and activities within the game and will go all the way up to the 5th of January 2022. Most of these areas are offering double rewards in bounty hunting, call to arms, showdown series, trade deliveries, and moonshine deliveries. To actually get the most amount of money out of these activities, you don't need to go through each and every one of them. And for some of these game modes, even though they do have increased payout, there's still some other things that you can do within the game which doesn't have an increased payout and still it pays more. So don't get blinded just because Rockstar's put on twice as much money or twice as much gold, because there are other things that you can do which will pay out a lot more. So this is what I'm doing over the next couple of weeks. The first thing is that I'm taking time to set up my trader. With this, it is one of the activities which does have a double payout and will be lasting all the way to the 5th of January. And it's incredibly easy to make sure that is constantly running in the background whilst you're playing Red Dead Online. All you need to do is have materials and every 50 minutes is to resupply it. And if you do already have all the roles unlocked, it gets even easier because you don't need to spend time hunting animals within free roam. You can just simply enter the naturalist role by finding Harriet somewhere dotted on the map, whichever one's closest to you, and then you'll just ask for a legendary animal mission. Instead of sedating and sampling at the end, you just kill it and skin it, and this will put you back into free roam where you can chuck that animal pelt into the back of your hunting wagon. The good thing about the hunting wagon is that it saves everything that you store in the bag. So you can be disconnected, or you could even just leave the game and come back a couple hours or even a couple days later, and everything that you stored in there will be saved. The only time it gets taken away is once you actually remove it yourself. But these legendary animals will add anywhere between 30 all the way up to 60 materials for your trader. And for most of these missions, they could be done in just a matter of minutes. As a side note, if you did watch that preparation video that I did a few weeks back, even though there isn't going to be a winter DLC, if you still followed what was said within that video, well, you've already got ahead on this. You will already be able to benefit because you went through the naturalist and you managed to get loads of legendary animals and store them in the back of your hunting wagon. Very similar to what I did. So I don't actually need to take the time to do this because I already had quite a few legendary animals in the back. But once that's done, all you need to do is resupply missions every 50 minutes, and there you'll be able to go and get anywhere between 1,000 to 1,250 for doing a short delivery or a long distance delivery. The choice in the matter is entirely up to you. Of course, the trader does take some time to get to 100 goods, and I do recommend making sure that you do always push to 100 goods because then the goods have more value for each of them individually. And this will take you anywhere between 3 to 4 hours depending whether or not you do resupply missions or you order them in. Whilst you're waiting for this to happen, it's a good idea for you to set up the Moonshiner. The Moonshiner is another role which has got double payouts between now all the way to the 5th of January. And this is also incredibly easy to set up. All you need to do is head over to your moonshine shack wherever you've got it located, go all the way downstairs, talk to Marcel, buy the strongest strength in moonshine, and add flavor in. And that's it, the Moonshiner is all set up. If you're not going to be doing anything extra, this will cost you $50, plus you'll need to use your consumables. And this would be to add moonshine flavoring. Depending on the flavoring you select will also depend on how much money you get at the end. For me, I normally go for the berry cobbler moonshine just because it's some of the easiest materials that I can get within the Great Plains, Normally, it doesn't make sense for you to actually submit the collector item because there's other times in which that collector item has so much more value. So for the moonshine recipe that I put together, once I wait 50 minutes, get to 20 bottles and actually deliver all 20 bottles without destroying any, well, I'll be able to get $453.75. This is for strong strength moonshine, as it being a mid tier. If you're going to be looking at the slightly more expensive flavoring where you do need to go and put in a collectible item, this will give you $495. But if you're going to be looking at the cheaper end with the recipes, well, you'll be able to get $412.50. The choice is also entirely up to you whether or not you take the time to do bootlegger missions. Because we're able to get so much money from this, I really haven't been taking the time to do so. It's really nice being able to go over to my moonshine check, go downstairs, talk to Marcel, order moonshine by getting the strongest strength, add in flavoring, and then just leaving, not having to do anything else. Literally takes minutes. Once the trader and moonshiner are both running in the background, well, now you have about 50 minutes where you can do anything. If you really want to, you can go all the way over to the bounty hunter board and actually do some bounty hunting. Remember, with the weekly bonuses that Rockstar have put out, you do have an extra bonus when going through the bounty hunter. So you can spend the next 50 minutes just keep on doing this over and over again, and you will be able to get a decent amount of money from this, whilst also still having the moonshiner and trader in the background. With call to arm game modes and also the showdown series, it requires you to leave your free roam lobbies. So once you actually leave, unfortunately the trader and moonshiner are not working in the background. So for these ones, they're off the list. But if you really do want to be maximizing the most amount of money, then there is no better place than going to the collector. The collector being the only activity within this video which hasn't had a double payout, but still it pays out more than the likes of some of those which do have double money. As always with this, you'll use the Jean Robe collector map to find every single collector location, and then you just go to each location, picking up the collectible, and then gradually over time, you'll be able to finish the collector set. And that set, what you do with it is entirely up to you. Remember, some of these collectibles can be used to have a more expensive and more profitable flavoring for the moonshiner. You could also save these collector sets. This is still what I'm doing. It makes no sense when I've got hundreds of thousands of dollars with nothing to actually buy for me to actually carry on grinding money. So I like to save the collector sets for whenever future content comes out so I can complete it with ease, or even just use it when there is an extra payout to give more money, more XP, or if there's any other challenges at the time. And of course, if you are really needing money as of right now, you can just go and sell them. As this is a money making guide and you've clicked on this video, I'm assuming that you're looking to make money. So it only makes sense that you're going to be selling these collector sets once you've actually managed to get them all. There is only 50 minutes where you can spend collecting until you need to go back to the trader to make sure that that's got materials and you do a resupply mission or order more supplies. And on top of that, you need to go to the moonshiner to do a moonshine sell and then come back to resupply that. But within those 50 minutes, you should be able to get quite a few collectibles. And as you keep on going through this cycle, going trader, moonshiner, collector, eventually you will be able to complete all the collector sets for that day, or at least all the guaranteed ones. And maybe you can even start to look at some of the random ones and get a few collectibles. You may not be able to actually complete the sets for those days, but this really will add up a lot of money to your account. Now with all of this, if you have been a long time player, you will know that none of this is new. The trader, moonshiner and collector, whilst also using a naturalist to fund the trader, has always been a great way for you to be making money. But with the Christmas bonuses, this becomes even better with the double payout. Earning $400 to $500 for your moonshine deliveries, and on top of that, earning $1,000 to $1,250 for your trader deliveries. And still being able to partner up these two roles with the most profitable role within the game being the collector. The only time that I'm not going through the trader, moonshiner or collector is when a free roam event pops up. The free roam event being trade route. The trade route is the only activity within the game where I will leave the trader, moonshiner and collector to actually go and finish it, because it's the only other event which will allow you to get a lot of goods quickly. And because of this whole cycle going through trader, moonshiner and collector, the one that takes the longest is the trader. For you to get 100 goods, it does take you 3 to 4 hours. So if there's any possible way that I can speed this up, I will do so. That means going through a trade route because you can get anywhere between 6 all the way up to 18 goods, and it only takes about 5 to 10 minutes. And you don't even need to spend time actually going through this. For a lot of people, they just sit within one of the carriages and they don't interact with anything. They just crouch behind cover and then wait. And by the end, even though they're AFK, they're still able to go and get those 18 goods. And those 18 goods makes you being able to get the trader at 100 goods about 30 to 40 minutes quicker. So this is the only activity that I'll actually leave the trader Moonshiner collector for, just because it benefits me in the long run. It makes everything so much quicker. Anyway guys, this is exactly how I will be grinding money over the Christmas holidays. Once we get to January the 5th and beyond, this will probably change again because the trader hasn't got double and neither has the Moonshiner. Collector will still somehow fit in there because it's always been a very profitable role. Now of course, this would be great to be doing something different where we actually went through the winter DLC, but unfortunately Rockstar has not delivered that. And instead of me sitting here being upset and being angry with Rockstar and Take-Two, there's just really no point. There's no point wasting my time, so I'm just moving on, getting on with it and trying to have fun with the game. And going through this has been somewhat fun, even though it has been activities that I've been doing for a very long time. If you do have any questions about anything, then please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. Anyway guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going. So see ya.